And that's what I want the court to know. I'm shaved. I'm very humiliated for what I did. And it's wrong. And I should have known
Here's the
better.
thing, Mr. Zanziger. There are 3 types of people on my docket that, in my experience, there is very little hope that they are not going to recidivate. Means commit this offense again. Earl Zanziger, case number 25 CR 42648. Present before the court is Mr. Zanziger, represented by Mr. Harris in the prosecutor's office and Officer Suko Vecchi from probation. We're here today for sentencing. Has everybody had the opportunity to review the PSI?
Yes, Your Honor.
Actually, I haven't, but I will before the next hearing.
Okay. My question was, has everybody had the opportunity to review the PSI? You had the opportunity, but you did not take it.
Well, I was scrunched for time, so I apologize. But yes, we can proceed today. Thank you.
All right. We have some issues that came up in the PSI. We have a statement by Mr. Zanziger that was attached to the pre-sentence investigation. Officer Suko Vecchi has done some maybe homework that casts some doubt on the truthfulness of that statement. So I think what makes the most sense is for us to go forward with the sentencing today, continue it in progress, and we'll figure out ultimately what the sentence is going to be, but we'll go ahead and take care of fines, forfeiture, and all that stuff today.
Yes,
Any objection to that?
No, Your Honor.
No.
All right. Mr. Harris, anything on behalf of the state?
Your Honor, one of the issues is the vehicle. My understanding was that the defendant did get the vehicle out of impound. I've had some discussions just briefly. They're indicating he does not have the vehicle now, that it's in an impound lot. However, it is subject to forfeiture. There was a forfeiture specification on the indictment, which he pled to. That is a 2020 Ford Edge. We're asking that be forfeited to the Springboro Police Department or lien holder in this matter. My understanding is the court is prepared to do an entry on that, which we would ask to move forward on. There is restitution in the amount of $592. That is to Tammy Barlow. That is for a mailbox. I believe that receipt was provided to the defense earlier. In regard to this case, I think on its face, defendant presents very well. It appears he is functioning at a decent level. He's able to get a job and maintain a job. However, there is concern about the truthfulness of maybe the situation that came about. If the court recalls, this is a case where the defendant hit a mailbox, went on, was located.
Yeah, Mr. Harris, I mean, we're not going to talk about actual imposition of sentence today in terms of days or what we're doing, so let's reserve that for when we come back.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, Officer Suko Vecchi, anything from probation?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Mr. Deary, anything on the issue of fine, forfeiture, restitution, or jail days?
Your Honor, on the restitution, we provided the court a packet that does show that that claim was paid in the amount that Mr. Harris mentioned, $592, I think it was. On fines and restitution, Your Honor, we just point out that, or fines and costs, my client is in bankruptcy proceedings. He's represented by Harold Jarnicki. We will look into the issue regarding the vehicle.
Has the bankruptcy been filed?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, okay.
We will look into the vehicle issue. We'll have some answers for the court between now and the next hearing. And obviously, we will look into the other issue raised regarding my client's veracity. I think we'll have some evidence for the court on that.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and order restitution, the amount of $592. I'm going to impose a fine in the amount of $1,350 plus the costs. I'm going to give Mr. Zanziger credit for the 4 days of jail that he has already done, and I'm going to order forfeiture of the vehicle. Sounds like we have some questions as to whether or not vehicle can actually be turned over. Sounds like we might have some issues with the bankruptcy court. I don't know, that's not my area. But I'm going to go ahead and order the forfeiture of the vehicle per the specification, and we will schedule this matter sometime in late January for the balance of the sentencing. Anything else for today?
Anything?
I guess you're reserving the license suspension for that time as well.
Yeah, we'll worry about the license suspension then also.
Okay, so the entry won't be put down until after that hearing. So we're just dealing with forfeiture entry at this point.
Yeah, and I don't know that that matters now that the bankruptcy has already been filed, but if you want to send me a forfeiture entry, I'll sign it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay?
Thank you, Judge.
All right, that's all. Earl Zanzinger Jr., 25 CR 42648. Before the court is Mr. Zanzinger, right?
Yes.
Represented by Mr. Deary. We have Mr. Harrison, the prosecutor's office, Officer Martinez filling in from probation. We're here today for sentencing. Has everybody had the opportunity to review the PSI?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Is there any reason not to go forward with sentence today?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
We have 4 days of jail time credit, $592 in restitution, which may or may not have been paid, right?
We think we have documentation showing that, but yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Harris, anything from the state?
Your Honor, one of the other issues in this case was the forfeiture of the vehicle. It's a 2020 Ford Edge. We asked that that be put on entry to show that it's forfeited to the lien holder or to the Springboro Police Department. Mr. Deary's provided me with some documentation just before we came out that indicates the vehicle was taken by the lien holder, potentially sold. So either way, we would like that on the entry to address that issue. I know there were some other issues as far as probation was concerned. The last time we were here for sentencing, the court gave some extra time to go and investigate that. Due to the weather, I think Ms. Sukavecki was unable to be here, so I understand the court wanted to go forward with sentencing at this time.
Officer Martinez, anything from probation?
Nothing in addition to what Officer Sudovecki had emailed you.
Mr. Deere?
Yeah, Honor, Mr. Zanzinger's 54 years old, 55 now. He was educated at Purdue. He's a business major and has spent his entire career in HR. He recently got a new job with a good company, a Fortune 500 company. He is engaged to this woman in the gallery, has 2 adult kids. Your Honor, Mr. Zanzinger well realizes and appreciates that he has had an alcohol problem that has gone on for too long. After this offense, he checked himself into a 30-day program called Lumiere. He successfully completed that. Then he went into outpatient at a place called Evergreen Counseling. He also has been going to AA at least twice a week, Your Honor. When he was at AA and in Evergreen, he heard about the MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving, OVI class, which he took. Your Honor, he has been on an alcohol monitor since this case started without incident. He has had his first grandbaby, and as I said, he is planning to get married. Your Honor, Mr. Zanzinger, he will tell you, is very remorseful. He understands the risk to which he put the community, and he took all the classes that I just described to make darn sure that this does not happen again. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Zanzinger, what do you want to tell me?
First, I'd like to apologize for my behavior. It was inexcusable. It was something that I should have known better. And I'm deeply remorseful. I'm humiliated. I'm ashamed of myself. I worked very hard over the past 9 months to rectify the underlying issues that caused this in the first place. I'm dedicated to that program. I plan on furthering that with an LCD license, actually. I've been heavily involved with Lemaire's alumni program. And through that process, I've discovered that I really want to do that as well, to help others who are suffering from a serious disease called alcoholism. And I want to help those that are in need and take what I've learned from my experience to do so. I am deeply ashamed of myself. I want the court all to know this. That is not who I am as a person. It's despicable, and I put people at risk, and I'm very ashamed of it. It should have never happened. I put people at risk. After that MAD program, I realized how dangerous and irresponsible my conduct was on that day. I take full responsibility. There's no one to blame for what I did other than myself. It's very shameful what I did. I have to walk around every day with that guilt on my shoulders, and it's something that I work on with my counseling group. I meet with them twice a week. I have a great support group that I never thought possible prior to this. I know I've had other incidents before, and I have built a support group that I have become lifelong friends with, who are dedicated to the same thing I am, is to remain sober and lead a healthy, productive, and prosperous life going forward. I have a grandson that means the world to me, and I do not want to be looked at like that. Some drunk person. I'm very ashamed and humiliated for what I did, and I don't know any other way to describe it. And I was wrong, and I had a problem, and I wouldn't address the problem. I did everything I could, and I committed myself over these last 9 months to do just that, along with my future wife. We are engaged. There's a lot to look forward to, and I'm committed to this 100%, and I will continue to do so going forward. And it's not the person I want to be, and I want to show the world what I can be, and I have over the last some months, and that's what I want the court to know. I'm shaved. I am very humiliated for what I did, and it's wrong, and I should have known better. That's good. And that's all I have. Thank you.
So here's the thing, Mr. Zanzinger. There are 3 types of people on my docket that, in my experience, there is very little hope that they are not going to recidivate, means commit this offense again. And those 3 kinds of people are sex offenders, huffers, who huff paint, and long-term alcoholics. Because what I know from my alcoholic base is they do great until they don't, and then they fall off a cliff, and then they get back into treatment. They're horrified, all of the things that you just said, which are all true. I believe that they're all true. The question is, you got to fight this every single day for the rest of your life, and you have to have this zeal every day, and it's tough. It's tough to maintain that level of commitment. You got to figure out a way to do it. We're going to give you some tools on probation that are going to hopefully help you do that, but also we have some tools for punishment too, because there is incarceration that is called for in the case. I'm going to put you into my community control program on basic probation for a period of 3 years. I'm going to impose upon you the standard rules of supervision. You're not to be any bars, none of that kind of stuff. No alcohol in your residence. I'm going to order that you serve 64 days in the county jail, credit you the 4 days you have already done. Let you schedule your remaining 60 days sometime in the next 90 days. If you want to start it today, that's fine with me, doesn't matter. I'm going to continue you on the monitor until you are done with your jail days. When you start your jail days, we'll take the monitor off. I'm going to impose a fine in the amount of $1,350, order forfeiture of the motor vehicle, and $592 in restitution. Mr. Deary tells me that the restitution may have already been paid. If so, you get a credit for that, obviously, if it's been paid by your insurance. And whatever's going on with the vehicle, I order forfeiture, and it's up to the other people to implement that forfeiture. I'm going to suspend your license for a period of 6 years. If you violate the terms of your supervision or you leave the state without permission, I can sentence you to up to the maximum penalty in this case, which is 18 months in prison. Anything else we need to do or anything that I forgot?
Cost, Your Honor?
Yes, cost will be assessed. All right, finally, Mr. Zanzinger, you do have the right to appeal this to the 12th District Court of Appeals in Middletown. If you don't have the funds to hire a lawyer to obtain a transcript or to pay the cost, they'll all be provided to you at no charge. Good luck to you.
Your Honor, he is going to schedule. Should he talk to Hannah about that?
Yeah, he'll meet with somebody in probation today.
Should he walk around Hannah to probation?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
All right.
Thank you.
Is Mr. Monin here yet? Do we know?